you guys are looking for a cheap place to pick up footy kits for the 2018 World Cup, check out soccerdealshop.com. Link in the description. Use code Lancer. Get yourself a 10% discount. I picked up a bunch of the kits for myself. They're super nice quality. They also have new boot deals on their website as well. And they have a bunch of new kits for the upcoming season in the Premier League and all the other leagues around the world. Check them out. Link in the description. So after a string of a lot of bad events that have gone on in my life, the drugs, the alcohol, I met someone that helped me turn this all around. And it was a girl, and she basically led me in the right direction. And here we are 3 years later with a nice job at a bank, working well, making a decent living, being able to provide for my family and everyone. Life at this point was beginning to feel normal. I wasn't playing football. I ended up buying my first ever car, given it isn't a very nice car, but it got me from point A to point B. Football was gone in my life until the phone call. The phone call that you all know of from the first episode of this series from Fulham, where we ended up taking that deal. And boys, you're now caught up on the past of Lucas Lorenzo. There's so much that you guys have learned from these past few episodes, from all these flashbacks from the past, but there's still so much you don't know. We have been benched. The manager told me that he wanted to give some playing time to our backup goalkeeper and told me that for the next few games I would be sitting, but I'd be back in the starting 11 in no time. But a few games turned into 2 months where I was away from the game completely. I was training and attending the matches, but I wasn't playing. I decided to take a nice little holiday to sort of get my mind in the right place. Being away from the game and not playing in matches had put a big burden on my life, but my time would come once again to be back in the starting 11. So for those 2 months that we weren't playing, you can see that we've actually slid further down in the table. We're about halfway done with the Premier League. 20 games played. We're in 12th place on 25 points. And now we're having to go up against Chelsea. This is the game that my manager has decided to bring me back into playing. The reason we took this big break was because, well, we're a young player, guys. You have to remember that this is kind of our first go at returning to the game of football. We had a really good start to the season, and then we started to concede a fair few amount of goals, and that's why our manager, he decided to give the backup keeper a chance. And even though he didn't do the greatest, the manager stuck with that backup keeper for 2 whole months. We missed a ton of Premier League games. We missed even call-ups from our national team, which was very, very tough. And again, 2 months away from the game. Who knows how we're going to be performing here, guys, as we are now back in the fold of things. Here's how the league looks halfway through. Southampton still remain towards the top of the table. They're in second place. Spurs are the #1 team in the Premier League right now, guys. And let's get back into it. Lucas Lorenzo back on the pitch. And again, it's going to be so interesting to see how we perform after being away from the game for so long. Let's get into it, boys. We're starting things out. Fulham with the chance. And boys, Fulham with the goal. 1-0. We take the lead over Chelsea. Just a few episodes ago, we actually took on Chelsea, and we had to go up against our first ever penalty kick. Eden Hazard was the man taking that penalty, and we weren't able to save it, but he did miss the shot. That was only a few episodes ago, and here we are playing Chelsea once again, getting nice early lead. It's going to be 1-0 in favor of Fulham. What we need to do is go on and get some clean sheets in these next few episodes. The reason being is you never know. The manager could end up switching back to our backup goalkeeper. And also, the January transfer window is approaching. Our manager could easily put us on the transfer list or put us up for loan, which we don't want. We want to remain here at Fulham for the remainder of the season and finish things out here in the first half. We're making a few saves, and check things out right here for Eden Hazard. We were just talking about him a minute ago. He's been performing decently well. He hasn't scored, though. Luckily for us, we haven't had to deal with too many shots from him. This one right here, the 44th minute. What a save from your boy Lucas Lorenzo. That would be it for the first half, guys. We played decently well here, and we have this clean sheet. We need to keep every single clean sheet in every single game we play in this episode, which is only going to be 2 games. So if we can keep 2 clean sheets in this episode, I think we will remain the starting goalkeeper here for Fulham, and I don't think we're going to be put on the transfer list or anything like that. Starting things out, 54th minute. A chance for us to make it 2-0. We weren't able to do so in here, 72nd minute. About halfway through this second half, a penalty once again is given to Chelsea. You have got to be kidding me. We've already had to face Eden Hazard from the penalty spot this season, and we're going to have to do it once again. Can we save our first ever penalty, guys? Will it happen right here at Chelsea's home pitch? Eden Hazard steps up, and we dove the wrong way. Eden Hazard slots in the penalty, 1-1. The clean sheet is gone. I just had to take a guess. I decided to go left because he went right the last time, so I thought he'd probably change things up. No, he went the same exact way, and this little stutter right there is what threw me off, and probably is what allowed him to score that penalty right there. Just the faintest stutter, guys. It caught me off, and Eden Hazard slots it in. Penalties are going to be a work in progress for me, guys. Very, very difficult to save, and that was it for the game. So even though we didn't keep the clean sheet, the only goal we conceded was to a penalty, so you can't really blame us too much for that. That's more the defense to blame right there. Hazard gets the goal. It's going to be a 1-1 draw in this game. So as the January transfer window approaches, will we remain here at the club, or will we end up moving either via transfer or loan? That's still to be determined. After this match, I hit up my family. They're back in Argentina. They're doing quite well for themselves, actually. After I sent them all of that money I got from the Puma sponsorship, they were able to buy a new house. And check out the house that they bought right on the beach. They sent me this nice video, guys, and this is the new house my family bought. Becoming a professional footballer, one thing I wanted to do was be able to help and provide for my family. As you can see, there's a little trash around there, but this house will suit them well. And being able to help my family out with this money I'm earning from playing football from the sponsorships is just a blessing. It's not about me. It's truly about the people you live your lives with, guys. And as you can see, they're having a nice bonfire on the beach, celebrating the new house, celebrating my success. And I can't wait till I get that next call up to the Argentinian national team so that I can go visit them, celebrate with them as well. Hopefully that will be coming soon enough. Here in our next training session with Fulham, we're struggling a little bit, not gonna lie. After taking about 2 months off the game, although we were training and participating in that sort of thing, it's difficult to get back in to game form. And we're slowly but surely being able to do that here. And this next match is going to be against Newcastle United. Once again, we need this clean sheet, boys, if we want to stay here at Fulham. And I know a lot of you guys in the comments are probably telling me, yeah, you should transfer, get out of Fulham, you know, it's time to leave. You guys got to remember that we're only like 7 or 8 episodes into this goalkeeper career mode. I want to stay with Fulham for the rest of the season. Then we can worry about transferring or leaving teams at the end of this season. But we just got to hope that choice is for us to make, because if we get put on the transfer list by our team Fulham, guys, we might not have a choice and we might just have to accept an offer. We'll see though, guys. The January transfer window is just beginning. This is going to be one hell of a month. We just need to continue to perform here and get results playing for Fulham. Without further ado, let's get into the second game of the episode. Remember to smash a like, guys, if you want to continue seeing this series, guys, posted on a daily basis. I'm trying to mix it in with the Connor Wilson career mode, doing like 3 of these in a row, then 1 Connor Wilson episode, then 3 of these in a row, because you guys really seem to be enjoying this and getting into this game early on, we nearly make a mistake right here. I tried a little bit of skill in the box, and I probably won't be trying that again because that was just terrible. A shot right here is going to be taken from a Newcastle player, but we are going to make the save right there. We've been making some nice saves since returning from being put on the bench, and that was quite a boring first half, but that's how it ends, guys. 0-0. We got this clean sheet. We got like one save or two, and we've had an all right game. Our attackers haven't really done much of anything, so we're going to be hoping for a big half from them. 0-0 in this one, and let's just say this second half, it would be a mess. Newcastle would be on the attacking end. They would be dominating. Right here, I'm trying to start a nice little counterattack, as you can see, and it nearly worked out for us, but the ball was given up right there when we only had 1 or 2 defenders to beat. 68th minute, yet another chance for Newcastle, and yet another sensational save from your boy Lucas Lorenzo. Guys, what a shot and what a diving save right there. I told you guys in previous episodes, one of the things that I really need to work on is defending crosses in the box, because there's a lot of moving around and it's just very confusing, very difficult to deal with, and we dealt with that one very nicely. 82nd minute, yet another chance, and yet another save, guys. That would lead us to the end of this match, where it would be 0-0. We wouldn't get the win, but we keep the clean sheet, and that is what we want. I know we probably aren't going to finish top 4 or top 5 in the Premier League, so my main goal the rest of this season is to perform well so that when the summer transfer window comes, we can get offers from big clubs. Right now, though, this one ends 0-0, 1 point being picked up by both sides, and in this game, a clean sheet being picked up by your boy, Lucas Lorenzo.
Calling to check in on how the scouting is going over in England. Have you got any big players for us?
Yes, I do actually. There's a young goalkeeper in the Premier League, Argentinian. He might not be suited for our top team just yet, but he's a young player you're going to want to keep your eyes on. He's got a lot of potential. He could potentially be the next Casillas, maybe even David De Gea. He goes by the name of Lucas Lorenzo.
Very interesting. Thanks for the input. We'll talk to you soon.